There are 3 things in your home right now that are slowly poisoning your dog. If you want to prolong their life, you need to get them out of your house tonight. If your dog could talk, they'd thank you for this one. But before I give you the list, there's something you need to understand. Or nothing else I say today will matter. This is important. So listen, your dog is not breathing the same air you are, not even close. And you're standing in the same room. Here's why. A lot of these chemicals are heavier than air, so they sink. They settle in the bottom 2 or 3 feet of the room. That's the layer you walk through. It's the layer your dog lives in. Their whole world is down there where the worst of it pools. Then it gets worse. A dog breathes about twice as fast as you do. So they pull in more of that air faster. And then there's the paws. They walk across the floor where everything's landed, they lie on it, and then they lick themselves clean. Whatever's on the ground goes straight into them. And this isn't me guessing. Scientists took 60 family dogs and tested what was building up inside their bodies. They found these chemicals in every single one, all 60. Not one dog came back clean. And these weren't dogs living next to some factory. They were living in houses just like yours. And this matters because this isn't just about a stuffy room. Some of what's floating in that air are known carcinogens, cancer-causing chemicals, proven in humans, in the air your dog breathes 24 hours a day. Scientists have already caught this kind of exposure, damaging dogs' DNA from the inside, and that's how cancer starts. Not with a lump you can see. With damage this small, adding up quietly every day, your dog breathes that air. So if someone tested your dog today, odds are they'd find the same thing, building up quietly, a little more every single day, from the air inside your own house. The only real question is, how fast? And that depends on the 3 things you're about to remove. Okay, number 1, the thing you plug into the wall and forget exists, air fresheners. The plug-ins, the aerosol cans, the little cones, the car clips, anything whose entire job is to make a room smell like Linen Breeze or Vanilla Hug or whatever they're calling it this year. I'm going to be honest with you. I had 3 of these going in a 1-bedroom apartment. 3. I thought I was being a good, clean host. I was basically running a low-grade chemistry experiment on my own dog. Here's the trick they play on you. Fresh isn't a smell. Fresh is the absence of smell. But you can't sell absence. So instead, they sell you a chemical fog that covers odor and adds a scent on top. Your nose gets tired of it in a day, so you buy the stronger one. And that fog is full of the exact compounds we're talking about. So here's the swap, and it costs nothing. Take the plugins out of the wall tonight, all of them. Then, instead of covering smell, remove it. Open 2 windows across from each other for 10 minutes a day and let the air actually move. A cross breeze clears a room better than any bottle. And if you've got a real odor problem, a bowl of baking soda pulls smell out of the air for about 30 cents. It doesn't perfume the room. It just quietly eats the stink. Now, does pulling the plugins fix it? It helps. A lot. But I'd be lying if I told you that alone clears your air. Because there's a second source in most homes, and this one's sneakier because you don't plug it in and forget it. You light it on purpose, and you think of it as cozy. Number 2, scented candles. I know, this one hurts. The candle is the whole vibe. It's the bath, the Sunday reset, the nice dinner, and the entire time it's burning, it's doing something in that room you can't see. Because here's what's actually going on. When you burn a scented candle, you're not just melting wax. You're releasing the fragrance chemicals into the air as you burn them, plus soot, in a closed room, often for hours. And where does that settle? Down, at dog height, back to the floor layer. The worst offenders are the cheap, heavily scented ones. The throw candles built to fill a whole floor with smell. That much scent means that much fragrance chemical going into your air. You don't have to give up candles to fix this. 3 easy moves. Burn them in a room the dog isn't shut into. Crack a window while it's lit. And if you're buying new ones, go unscented or plain beeswax, which burns cleaner. The flame stays. The chemical fog mostly goes. So, now you've killed the plugins and you're smarter about candles. Your air is genuinely better. But watch this. Because here's where most videos would stop, and here's where your dog's biggest exposure is actually hiding. Even if you stripped every scent out of your house today, there's one source your dog meets that you basically never do. And it's not in the air, it's on the ground. Number 3, your cleaning products, specifically the floor. This is the one people never connect, so stay with me. You mop the kitchen. It smells amazing. Lemon, pine, whatever. You feel like a functional adult, and then your dog walks across that floor, lies down on it, belly first, and licks his paws an hour later. You would never spray a cleaner near your own mouth. Your dog is basically doing that with the floor, because the residue and the fumes are right there in his 2-foot world while yours cleared out ages ago up at head height. That lemon smell you love, to him, it's not a bonus. It's the thing coating his feet. The fix here is mostly about timing and rinsing, and again, free. Whatever you clean floors with, wipe or rinse with plain water after. So there's no scented film left sitting there. Keep the dog out of the room until it's fully dry, not damp, dry, and crack that window again while you clean, so the fumes leave instead of pooling. And the simplest habit of all, keep a towel by the door and wipe your dog's paws when they come in off the street too. Half of what's on those paws came from outside, 30 seconds, and a lot of it never reaches his tongue. So that's your 3. Air fresheners, candles, cleaning residue. Cut all 3, and you've genuinely lowered what your dog is breathing and licking every day. But before you close this video, there's a 4th thing, and I saved it for last on purpose, because the first 3 raise your dog's risk. This last one is the only thing on the whole list that scientists have flat out proven causes cancer in dogs. Not a maybe, proven. It's not the air freshener, it's not the candle, it's cigarette smoke. And I don't mean blowing it in their face. I mean the air in a home where someone smokes. Researchers at Tufts and at Colorado State found that dogs living with a smoker develop nasal cancer and lung cancer at higher rates directly from breathing that air. And here's the part that stops me cold. A dog that gets nasal cancer usually doesn't live out the year. And it makes brutal sense. Your dog lives in that smoke lower and breathes it faster, and it settles onto their fur where they lick it off later. They can't step outside for air. They're in it all day in a body a fraction of your size, so every puff hits them harder than it hits you. Hey, if there's one hard change to take from all of this, it's this one. Don't smoke or vape in the air your dog breathes. Take it outside every time. So here's where that leaves you, and it's honestly good news. Remember at the start, every one of those 60 dogs had this stuff in them. That means this isn't about you being careless. It's just the background of every modern home. Nobody reads the back of an air freshener can. You weren't supposed to know this. Now you do know. So, tonight, do the easy stuff. Pull the plugins, crack a window, and keep the smoke away from him. That alone puts your dog ahead of most. Tell me one thing in the comments. How many air fresheners or plugins are running in your house? Right now, before you go turn them off, be honest. I had 3, so you can't shock me. Next video, the one in your kitchen that's worse than all of these, and it's running while you cook dinner. I'll see you there.